possibly see Pred
There's
or K7
no
possibly pull it out.
way.
They may!
No
You
way.
don't never say never, Cody!
That character
Let me
is
dream.
not making an appearance in Losers Finals. That's crazy. We're at Batcave to start. You were talking about this stage a little bit earlier. Surprised we're actually starting here now. I guess it's just where we struck to.
I think it's a really strong, smart start, because basically if they get Pred and K7 to win on here, they never have to come back ever again because of DSR. So that's a strong counter pick for the very first time for Mirrorman and Cosolix if they did win the rock, paper, scissors. But ultimately what I want to talk about right now is the fact that Wonder Woman and Batman are absolutely controlling the center of this stage very, very well. And you kind of talked about that previously inside of other matches, Coney, but controlling center mass on such a small stage like this really does matter, especially against characters like Joker and Bugs. If you don't allow them to get started with their projectile game, you're fine, you know?
Yeah, it feels like so much of the game is about sort of vertical KOs. So if you're able to sit on the center, horizontal KOs become so much harder to do. You could see Mirrorman right now sharking under that stage, just popping those up airs, threatening anybody who dares to come over there. And Mirrorman is so comfortable off on the side. He's not really too worried, you know, dying early at 70% on horizontal. So you could see him just kind of chilling on the side, not too worried about it. Going to get a lot of damage off on Wonder Woman. They're already at 62.
Yeah, and K7 is really happy with Pred just kind of playing like percent tank right now. Yeah, that was pretty. And I do still think that was a really smart first pick if Cosolix and Mirrorman counterpicked that stage.
Goes team. And we didn't see what happened. Sometimes you just get reversaled. You try to save your teammate, you die. Meanwhile, we see Mirrorman trying to swap it up to the Taz. This is a character I talked about before that I said benefited quite a bit from the changes. You see that up smash there? That move is absurd. You're going to see that quite a bit, and it's very good at beating vertical opponents, characters that are jumping a lot. You're going to see him popping that out. You see him right here, just trying to find the opportunity, almost killing Wonder Woman at 90. The problem about Taz, though, is that he's very telegraphed. It's very easy to tell what he's going to do and when. Kind of just box him out, very stubby. We'll see how Mirrorman tries to get around that.
I believe they also increased his startup across the board for several of his moves, including Dogpile. Is that correct?
Yeah, he feels like he has way more startup on his specials. His normals feel the same. He's very fast, but yeah, you see his startup. It's very easy to just get away from him.
Yeah. I agree with the changes that they made to Taz. I think he is a lot more, in general, fair, but also definitely did benefit a lot more than other characters like Steven did from a lot of the changes. As we go into this right now, Mirrorman at 120%, now 124 and rapidly climbing, but still incredibly aggressive right now, making sandwiches, making dishes right now with Batman saying, yo, I want me some bat for lunch today.
That joint's got to be stale by now. He's been popping it so much. You could see right there, Batman not getting KO'd, I think, at 130, which is not supposed to happen. I think he just used it too many times. You see Joker off on the side with the crowbar. This pick is definitely changing things up, and I think for how versatile Bugs is a safer pick, but Taz's hyper mobility is paying dividends. And you see, that was a huge KO. I thought it wouldn't matter because the percentages or the damages, but no, you see it doing a lot, but now Wonder Woman already at 94. I think Mirrorman's hyper mobility with Taz is really changing stuff up here. He's so fast.
Yeah, completely. A really, really good counter pick character. And I think it's kind of a credit to what we were saying before. Not just the stage pick, but also the character pick, ultimately changing everything. Go ahead and finish that Wonder Woman off. Go ahead and finish off your food. Finish off your food!
Look at how obnoxious Taz... just going down to the side.
Crazy.
Look at how obnoxious Taz is with this up smash, by the way. There's just not really a great way to challenge it from top. So you can't jump against him. So you're just forced to use your grounded options, which for a lot of characters isn't great. See that dog pile, which is just a huge do not touch me. There's no real way to interact with it, maybe with Batarang, but you can see Joker crowbar. There we go. Cosolix getting the game, and now it's 1-1.
Make an adjustment themselves as we head here into game 3.
I think Taz is just very one-dimensional. I think a good Taz can run you over. I think it does happen, but I do think when Taz beats you, the onus is on you to be like, all right, let me just get around this. Not to say that he can't, you know, stomp you even still, but I do think that Taz doesn't have quite as many tricks as Bugs does. Like I talked about versatility before. He's just very one note. You can see he's going to drift into you constantly. This is the secret sauce. That up strong is insane. It's a recently buffed move that was not as strong in the beta, but good heavens is it strong now. You can see him just kind of abusing it. Watch him just chase down everybody above him, and like you were talking about, Rainday, these two characters like to jump. Taz can stuff that.
Now, I actually think something that really interesting just happened there. We've been seeing Mirrorman and Cosolix actually kind of abuse the fact that Batman has smoke screen on the screen. We've been watching them abuse that and use it as a general stage tower to cover a lot of their moves inside of this, and we just saw them control the entire left side of the screen with that as well.
Dude,
like,
oh my god, I just look at the way Mirrorman is just running around with these two, with just a whole loaf out, and you see him, you know what he's going to do. It is obscenely obvious, and he's still hitting it, and nobody has found an answer because they're always in the air. He just hit it 4 times in a row, and then KO'd Wonder Woman.
Yep. No, I understand your frustration, Tony, because I'm just as pissed. I'm just as pissed, Heike.
That's bad.
You know, there's something to be said for a player understanding and recognizing when an opponent doesn't know an answer to a team. Inside of fighting games, we call that Yomi, reading past a certain layer of something. And inside of fighting games, I mean, in platform fighters, I understand why y'all call it spam. Like, y'all can't see past it. I get it. But I see it. I see Mirrorman's level of Yomi here. I respect that level of Yomi, to be very candid.
You see him at 82%, trying to fly around, just cause this threat, and it's just so hard to hit Taz sort of at that okay, this is insane. It's so hard to hit him on the horizontal level, especially as these two characters. I think you need to create the space, throw that batarang, punish him for doing it, but the problem is he could just use another one. It's not a resource. He just keeps spending it. You can see that neutral air, also huge for Taz, has the loaf out. Yeah, he's just trying to catch him.
They decided to go for Batman here. It looks like, okay, and now Wonder Woman able to get back on stage, trying really hard to get that final knockout. Who was it? What was the time? Oh, really, really nice. Wow, that is going to be game 2 on Pred, and K7 came down to literally the last few seconds that Taz move does. And it is very well telegraphed. It is something you can challenge, but once again, you know, we'd have to see.
I'm not sure if his down special will be able to beat it. I feel like that move beats everything, but I think if Batman comes in horizontally, maybe a dodge side into forward air, like, I think you have to approach Taz from the side. Just coming in from the top is going to be a death sentence. A huge KO there on Cosolix. I feel like the ceiling here is relatively lower, and that's really going to hurt them against Batman and Wonder Woman. Taz only really KOs, well, I was going to say from the side, but that's old Taz. As we've seen today, he definitely kills off the top now with that move.
Yeah, I'm really, really appreciating this stage thus far, and I want to kind of see if we can go ahead and get a little bit more ring out opportunity on that Mirrorman who's sitting, as soon as I said it, beautiful, really good opportunity. K7 and Pred really showing out right now. This would be the final match if they secure it. They do have Joker at 90%, and they're just kind of messing around with him, seeing if they get it. They have singled out Batman. That is going to be a knockout, the very first of which going to Cosolix and Mirrorman. A second knockout found on Pred right there, putting it up 2-2 apiece. But red team is still struggling. Joker, that third knockout, K7 and Pred only need one more knockout to secure them a spot on Grand Finals.
Yeah, and I think that early knockout on Cosolix was just huge. We do have a bit of a staggered stock situation where, you know, if red team can knock out both the blue team very quickly, that'd be curtains, but I don't know, Wonder Woman's kind of heavy, and Batman is so elusive, and I don't think that upstrong is going to work anymore. Tornado, not quite as strong as it used to be. And you see it right there. He tried to use the upstrong, and Batman was ready with the dash attack or the jab. Not sure what it was. There's the upstrong, the up special, and that will do it. K7 and Pred gonna move on to Grands.